was fast. Okay, it's, is it recording? Okay, it's 6 o'clock, so I'm calling the board meeting to order, and everybody is present for a roll call. And I need a motion to approve the agenda as is
Ms. Price,
with, go ahead.
I'd like to remove item 7D from consent agenda until I can get two more quotes, please.
Okay, and can we ask that the minutes be corrected, or do we need to move them out of consent agenda to correct them to vote on? When I was going through the minutes in old and new business, there's nothing listed under old and new business in none of the minutes, and I think it should be listed. So do we need to move that out,
Well, if you're not, yeah, if
or
you're
vote
not,
for it to be corrected?
you don't know what the correction is going to be, right?
No, and I won't be here, so. I just think old and new business needs to be listed. Whatever's discussed at a board table, I just feel like should be listed on the minutes. So can we just vote with a correction?
You can vote on it, but that's assuming the corrections will be made.
First, you'd have to move it out.
To vote
If
on
you're
it?
gonna make changes to it.
All right, so we'll move 7A out after at the end. Anybody else got any? All right, can I have a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
Second.
All in favor? Okay, and the next item is invocation and the pledge. Let's do the pledge first. Attention, salute, pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bow your heads. Dear Lord, we come to you tonight with grateful hearts for protecting our school system. Especially want to thank you for protecting it the 12 years that this board has sat and served, or 6 years. And keep your hands upon the new incoming board members, dear Lord. Give them the ability to make decisions and not to be intimidated to ask questions. And continue to get the members of this community to please pray for them, because they will need it. And protect all of our faculty, our students, and we'll give you the praise and glory. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, the next item is visitors, and I do not believe we have any.
No, ma'am.
He has a meeting, so canceled. All right, the next item is personnel, and if I can get a motion to vote on A through I. We have 11 under retirements and resignations. We have 6 under new hires, 4 being classified, 2 certified, 13 subs. We're asking for approval of the following CMS supplement. We're asking for supplement changes at Chilton County High School. I did not count to see how many team contracts we have. Attendance recovery, employee suspension, and I, verbena long-term substitute. Can I get a motion to approve all?
So moved. Oh, second.
Any questions?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question for the attendance recovery hirees. What was the process with that, of choosing?
There's a Google form sent out to every employee in the district, and they sign up, and we ask for anyone that wants to serve, and we brought you every name of every person that responded.
Okay, Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else?
About the gridiron.
Got one more?
Yeah. So with the gridiron, so the board owes them,
Ma'am,
I think the Gridiron Club pays our bookkeeper, our
Okay.
CSFO, and then we pay it out in their check.
okay, all right.
Any other questions? All in favor? Okay, the next item is consent agenda. B, out-of-state conference. C, Chilton County Conservation Field Trips. E, HFI agreement invoice. F, MHS facility rental. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, the next is 7A, minutes. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? The only reason I asked for them to be moved out, in old and new business, everything that's discussed at the table, none of it was on the minutes. And I just think that should be in the minutes. Maybe y'all don't feel like that. No other questions?
So we're gonna just vote to accept it or not accept the minutes?
I'm gonna
that's
vote
correct.
to not accept them,
That's
or
the
either
secretary
vote to
item.
accept them,
Changes.
or somebody's gonna change them, or whatever. Or I can amend the motion.
You can't, but I thought that's why we pulled it out originally.
It is why I pulled it out. That's my complaint. I'm sorry. I should have said so that they were amended and old and new
Yeah,
business
but
was put in there.
you're wanting everything that is said to be transcribed into the minutes.
Well, not everything that's said, but like if somebody asks a question, I mean, we need to know what old and new business is discussed, I feel like. Or somebody has to come and get the recorder and
Is it
check it
discuss-
out.
If something is voted upon, that's recorded. Right. If something is voted upon in old and new business, that's recorded.
Oh, if it's voted.
Is your, Ms.
That's
Price, is your
not-
concern with public access or with
Public
it being,
Public access, and that's not true either then, something is voted on, because there was something that was discussed, and we did table it, and it was on
Old and new
the
business.
CSFOs, yes, under old and new business, and that was not in there. I mean, I just feel like old and new business is important.
can we, can we come back? If the minutes are approved, can we come back and submit revised minutes for the board to approve?
Can you come back and submit? Yes, you can.
I mean, if there's a revision to include, because I mean, I
Okay.
I agree with Ms. Price on this. I think there should be written, I mean, it's, sorry, Vanessa, it's gonna be more work to go through, but she's correct when there's questions asked and discussion.
Do we record all discussion on every item that we vote on?
Unless it's executive session.
We do?
No, there's no discussion on any item.
I mean, is it transcribed or is it recorded?
Right. Is it part of the minutes, like any
No,
discussion?
No.
But I do think if things are voted upon, certainly if the board take action on it, it needs to be on there. I agree, you can bring back revised minutes if that's the question. So yes, you can approve it, and then the superintendent is representing, they're gonna bring back revised minutes for the board to approve. That's the next board to approve.
Okay. I'll abstain. All in favor for voting and them being brought back? Revised.
I think the motion would be to accept
To accept
these or
and then-
or
Revise.
and then a revision would be after the fact.
Okay, can I see those hands again?
Wait, we're just voting to approve or not approve?
Approve.
Okay.
Okay, any opposed? Okay. The next item is November meeting. The superintendent recommends the following: change the November 19th meeting time to 2:30.
So moved. Second.
Only question I have is, all the new oncoming board members, that's what they wanted?
No, ma'am, I'm asking this because it's the same day as the Farm City banquet that night at 6 o'clock through the Chamber of Commerce, and Lucy Edwards has invited all of this group as well as the new board members to be there. And then y'all know we'll be electing new officers, and it will be someone who hasn't presided over a meeting, and it will be long.
So it's their problem if they have to get off work or whatever.
And, this is our regular board.
Same
meeting,
day,
right?
yes, ma'am.
That's live stream for community members to see
Yes, ma'am.
that may be at work during that time.
It's archived.
Okay.
You can watch it at any time. It'll just be a change of the time, and then it'll still be available for anyone to watch.
Any other questions? All in favor? I'll abstain. Okay, the next is old and new business. I got a couple of things. First of all, before I forget, I meant to do this earlier. I forgot last board meeting. AASB sent certificates to everybody that completed in recognition of successful completion of all School Board Governance Improvement Act training requirements during the 2023-2024 period. And I forgot to give them out last month, and I apologize. Ashlyn English.
Thank you.
Good job, girl, because you come on late, and you have too. You completed level 1 also.
Thank you.
And Miss Sullivan,
Thank you.
Mr. Smith, and Miss Callaway, and Mr. Carter.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next item is delegate assembly at the December 5th AASB meeting. We have got to send it in by October 31st, and I would like to volunteer and nominate Ms. Jackie and Ms. Ashlyn, since they're the only one on the board, they won the title, to send this in. Can I have a second?
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Do we have to vote for ourselves?
You can, that's great.
What meeting is that?
That is the one in December where the delegate assemblies go.
Yeah, it's gonna be in Montgomery.
The next item, I called Mr. Clemens today. When I came in, I had the role of school board in raising student achievement gap, governing for achievement project. AASB is going to get 8 school boards a grant, is what I understood. Is that what you understood?
That's what
They'll
the
have
email said.
12 hours training. It'll include our school system to close the gap between the different grade levels, and it'll include office employees and all. And on my email was a thing to accept it. So I talked to him, and he didn't have that acceptance, and he told me to hit the acceptance. So I feel like we need to vote to accept this, since I hit the acceptance, and I added him to the email so he would be the contact and send an email. So we signed the new board up for this training and scholarship grant. So I'm making the motion that we accepted this. Can I have a second?
Second.
Any questions? All in favor? The next thing is our CSFO evaluation. And I provided all of y'all with a copy. We have in the contract that if she got a good evaluation, we'd give her a $2,000 supplement.
Was it a satisfactory or was it a good evaluation?
Well, a satisfactory evaluation, but I think she's gonna be proud of this one. Anyway, I do not know how anybody voted. They sent me the questions, and we had unsatisfactory, needs improvement, meets expectations, exceeds expectations, and demonstrates excellence, and then NA, not observed. So one of the questions was the CSFO is loyal to system goals and objectives. 4 replied demonstrated excellence, 1 exceeds, and 2 meets. The CSFO projects a professional image as a representative of the board and system. 4 demonstrated excellence, 1 exceeds expectations, 2 meets expectations. Number 3, the CSFO maintains strict confidentiality in all areas of responsibility. 3 demonstrates excellence, 2 exceeds expectations and meets expectations. Then we were asked, the CSFO prepares and presents the annual budget in accordance with state law. I assume every board member, because you had 7 yeses. The CSFO provides the board with the required monthly financial statement showing the financial status of the system, 7 yeses. The CSFO provides the board the required monthly review of receipts and expenditures, 7 yeses. The CSFO provides the board the required monthly review of budget versus actual expenditures, 7 yeses. The CSFO keeps the board abreast of any significant economic developments that affect the school system's financial position. 1 demonstrates excellence, 2 exceeds expectations, and 4 meets expectations. The CSFO continually analyzes the budget and financial information and keeps the superintendent and board fully informed of the system's current financial position. 4 demonstrates excellence, 2 exceeds expectations, and 1 meets expectations. The CSFO maintains an open, collaborative dialogue with the superintendent and board members. 4 demonstrates excellence, 1 exceeds expectations, 1 meets expectations, and 1 had not observed it. The CSFO provides accurate financial information as requested in a timely manner. 4 demonstrates excellence, 1 exceeds expectations, and 1 meets expectations, and 1 not observed. The CSFO presents information on a clear, concise, and uniform format. 3 demonstrates excellence, 3 exceeds expectations, and 1 meets expectations. The CSFO helps the board superintendent and administrators find ways to fund activities, programs, etc. to accomplish system and school goals. 4 demonstrates excellence, 1 exceeds expectations, 2 meets expectations. The CSFO reports to the State Department in compliance with state laws and regulations, 7 yeses. The CSFO completes and files the annual budget and annual financial statement by the required dates, 7 yeses. The CSFO submits the system's financial information to the State Department on a monthly basis, 4 yeses, 3 not observed. 17, budget and financial information submitted to the State Department is timely, accurate, and in required format, 7 yeses. The CSFO posts required financial reports on the system website with 45 days of months in, 4 yeses, 3 not observed. And I got a question here. Do we put this on our website? Do we? I know it goes in the paper, but I didn't know it was on our website. All right, number 19, the CSFO indicates to the State Department that all bank accounts are reconciled to the system accounts on a monthly basis. 6 yes, 1 not observed. Under the leadership of the CSFO, the system consistently receives audit reports with an unqualified opinion, 5 yeses and 2 not observed. Had some things that was listed as your strengths: able to communicate and explain well, an overachiever, very efficient, attends meetings, timely reports, willing to research until we have an answer, and she is hardworking and personable. Comments: she has been a saving grace for the system. She has done a fantastic job and submitted budget in a record frame time. I feel confident in our financials with Cherie. Has a shared vision for the future of our students, staff, and faculty. So, that is the evaluation. And I think that entitles her to the $2,000 supplement. So if y'all would like to, I'd like to make a motion to vote and give her the $2,000 supplement, to vote on the extension of the contract that y'all all got a copy of that we tabled for 3 years. And then when she gets her master's in December, then she will get the $5,000. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions?
So on the 2,000, there was no time frame, it was just when it was completed, she was supposed to get the $2,000?
I think we had a yearly evaluation.
Yeah, annual evaluation, and with the satisfactory evaluation, she would get that.
So it doesn't say like your increase is annually, like at the end of your first year?
No, it doesn't say that. It just says with the satisfactory evaluation.
Okay.
Any other questions? All in favor? Okay. And then, Mr. Clemens, and I meant to ask this earlier, last month,
Hold on. Ms. Jones had a question
oh, okay, I'm
for
sorry.
the minutes.
You said something, but I'm just adding that to her.
Right. It's one of the terms of her
Yeah.
contract.
Yeah. Yeah, one time. Is it not one time?
It's with each evaluation. But
Yeah,
yes.
with each evaluation, it's one time, it's not every year. She gets a one-time, kind of like Christmas bonus, I guess.
With whenever she's whenever she should
With
get it.
evaluation.
With the valuation.
If she gets evaluated yearly, then it's yearly.
Correct.
And I should have called Mandy. Did we get a new invoice for this?
Did we stipulate that as 2,000 every year?
Because it had that,
As far as if she gets a
you know,
satisfactory,
September
does the amount
2025.
need to change, or did we set? Okay.
Does he know what you're talking about? You know what you're
I don't-
The dates were incorrect.
the dates were
It
incorrect.
was-
We was gonna get a new,
Mandy's getting it. It was actually in the annual budget that was submitted, so it wouldn't need board approval, but she is getting a corrected invoice. It was one of our annual subscriptions that was in the budget. But yes, we are needing it.
okay. Then I have another letter here from Hill and Carter, Miss Diane Gamble. Well, it says Hill and Carter up here.
It's not
Okay.
funny.
Dear Ms. Price and Mr. Clemens, for the past 6 years, the law firm of Hill, Carter, Franco, Cole, and Black, P.C. has enjoyed a positive working relationship with the Chilton County Board of Education. As the board moves into a new phase with both new members and new priorities, I believe it may also benefit from new representation in general matters. For this reason, effective November 15th, 2024, I resign from my representation of the board attorney. Eric Tate,
Of the board.
sorry. Attorney Eric Tatum will continue to be available in the area of special education. Erica. Likewise, other members of the HHC Education Group will continue to be available to the board if requested. I will work with Superintendent Corey Clemens and the incoming board to resolve and/or transition any pending matters to your new representation in a timely manner, as well as submit any outstanding invoices for payment. I appreciate the opportunity to serve the board and the students of Chilton County. Sincerely, E. Diane Gamble. It says Hill, and Carter too.
Yeah.
All right, any questions? We don't have to vote to accept this. Anybody want to make a motion to vote to accept it?
Can we make a motion that she reconsiders?
Well, I guess you can.
Don't leave.
I'm gonna be around if the superintendent needs me.
What about us?
All right, no votes, so I guess that'll just be tabled. Okay. The only other thing I wanted to ask about were the overpayments. Mr. Clemens, have we put them on the right schedule? Have you put it on the table to propose, or where is that?
I don't have a recommendation at this time.
Anybody else got any old or new business?
Mine's a kind of a repeat of that, but I would like to request again, a list for the board, being the new board, of all the people that were in that audit of the 2021 staff employee files. Because we never got a list of any of those.
Well, I would hope this overpayment deal is taken care of too. I'll refrain from saying any more.
I have a question. Are you finished?
I'm finished.
Mr. Clemens, would it be okay if I refer all questions and comments to you about nepotism?
Sure.
Okay. I'm still getting the comments and questions
Okay.
on my end, so.
I'm available to you, Ms. Sullivan, anytime you want to call, come see me, text, email, just let me know.
I mean, if I direct
You want to
them-
direct them towards me? Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
Could I have the middle person?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anybody got anything else?
Ms. Price, I have a brief superintendent's report.
Okay.
If you're ready to move.
Are y'all through? We are.
First, I only have two things. First of all, I would like to recognize Isabella School was recognized as an ARI Spotlight School for growth and proficiency in third grade. They were one of 14 schools across the state to be recognized. So they'll have people coming from different schools observing best practices there with Mr. Porter. It's a big accomplishment. Proud of them and what they've done. And then also our school district was selected as an ARI Spotlight District. We were one of only two districts, Chilton County and Demopolis, again recognized for third grade growth on ACAP, reading proficiency, and on growth. And so I think that deserves to be commended and celebrated, and very proud of the work everyone has done with that. And then the second thing I would just kind of like to say a little something about all 7 board members is this, and barring a special call meeting, this will be our last meeting together. Ms. Sullivan and Ms. English, look forward to continuing to work with you. Ms. Price and Ms. Patterson, thank you for 12 years of service. I know it has not been easy, and just want to say thank you for your service. Mr. Smith, as I told you in the parking lot, we probably disagreed in private more than any 2 people on the board, and yet I appreciate the way you've always called with questions, and we've worked through it, and we've been able to agree to disagree a lot of times. Ms. Calloway and Mr. Carter, I appreciate you being willing to step in and serve when a lot of people didn't want to. Thank you for your time on the board, and thank you, Ms. Calloway. I know we've had a working relationship for a long time. Mr. Carter, we've had a friendship for a long time. Just want to say thank you, and I appreciate, as you can see when you go to your ballot in 2 weeks, there's not a lot of people beating down the doors to run for Board of Education. And so, thank you, because I know it's a thankless job, and you're certainly not compensated, but thank you for being willing to serve. And Ms. Gamble, thank you also for what you do for us. Called Ms. Gamble twice today, so I know she'll continue to work with us as we transition. But thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
I did have one other thing. Thorsby lunchroom, I know I've harped on it. They're feeding the number of kids to get an extra worker. Is there any way you can look into that? I know they have to sustain it for at least a year, but those ladies are feeding kids in classes. They've got the numbers. I don't see the numbers going down. If you'll look into that, I
Sure.
appreciate it.
So basically
Basically, they
look into locally funding.
Well, no, they have
a
the
senior,
numbers.
but they have to maintain it.
I know, but I don't see it falling.
But if we did something this year, it would have to be locally
Yes.
funded. I will definitely look into that. If it's not supposed to come from me.
That's, yeah, y'all's annual, y'all's next meeting will be November.
The 19th.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, got it,
It's-
got it, got it.
Thank you.
And didn't- so now it's too late.
So one other thing while they're talking, they told me to remind y'all anytime after the 15th, if you drop your Chromebooks off by here.
I'm sorry, Ms. Price.
That's okay, I
didn't
told
hear
them
what
about the Chromebooks, dropping them off after the 15th, I think you said. By here anytime.
Yes, you are the Board of Education until there's another Board of Education sworn in.
But trust me, I promise, unless it's a life or death situation, we will not be calling no meetings. I hope nothing comes up.
Yeah.
No.
Everybody.
No. So that's it?
That's all.
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion.
Did we vote on it?
Second.
I don't even
She
remember
said
that.
you did.
All in favor of adjourning?
So we stuck with it.